Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. Okay, this is our assignment about the research methodology subject. Okay, this is my group members. My name is Wan Atira Shazwani binti Wan Muhammad Zaidi, 117-2018. And my friends, Maizatul Shuhada binti Muhammad Adnan, 117-2007. And Siti Nur Hidayati binti Husin, 117-1979. Okay, this is a title of our assignment, our project, Visual Impairment Tactile Audiobook for Tarannum.
Now I will explain about the background of this research. So firstly, according to Zulkifli Muhammad al-Bakri, Tarannum is an art of recitation or voice which rhythm is varied according to the process of intonation and voice projection in the purpose of harmonizing the sound, especially in the recitation of Quran. The Tarannum can be learned through two methods, which the first one is talaki and the second one is mushafaha. And as for people who are not visually impaired, it may be appropriate for them to learn Tarannum through these two methods. However, the issue at hand is that visually impaired do not have extensive resources and have a limited platform to learn Quranic Tarannum. These findings reported that there is research that digitized recitation of Tarannum, but not many are available for people with vision problems. Besides, there is also a research on audiobooks that are widely used by people with vision problems in learning, but it is not available for Tarannum. Thus, the study intends to develop a tactile audiobook that can help visually impaired people in learning Quranic Tarannum more effectively.
Okay, next is problem statement. Problem statement. Learning for visual acuity is limited because they only can learn by hearing and touch. But only materials that just need a touch were provided for them, such as Quran Braille. And it is make difficult for them to get a real sense on how to learn something new, as an example of Tarannum. So, here the idea of developing a user-friendly software called Audiobook, which include the Arabic writing, Braille writing, and also the audio of Tarannum in there.
Next, research objective. Our project has three research objectives. The first one is to analyze Tarannum learning method used by visual impairment. Second, to identify the suitable content about a visual impairment tactile audiobook for Tarannum. And the last one is to develop a tactile audiobook as a Tarannum learning platform for visual impairment.
Next, let's find the problem statement mentioned before. The following questions are constructed. So the first question, what are the methods used in learning Tarannum for the visually impaired? Second, what are the suitable content of audiobook for visually impaired to learn Quranic Tarannum? And the third, how to develop a tactile audiobook as a Tarannum learning platform for visually impaired.
Is research significance. Significance of research. This study will be a significant initiative in helping those people with vision problems in getting the Sunnah of the Prophet and are able to recite the Quran with Tarannum in a correct principle of Tajweed. Okay, moreover, there is no previous study or work has done relevant to the effectiveness of using tactile audiobook in Tarannum learning process for visually impaired people. Okay, it will also serve as a future reference for researchers. Therefore, this study will be beneficial for those with vision problem as they can learn Tarannum through an interactive audiobook. In addition, this research also can be helpful for common people to learn Tarannum more easily as it contains tone of easy to learn method which is convenient for the beginners. Okay, and last but not least, significantly this research will educate those people with vision problem in Tarannum knowledge and guide them to recite the Quran with Tarannum or in a melodious voice.
Next, we continue with literature review. So most of our literature are from journal and project paper. And so the first theme is Tarannum learning and the contribution of figures in the field of Tarannum. So we have four literature. First, pengajian Tarannum Al-Quran di Terengganu dari tahun 1960 hingga 2013, kajian terhadap metodologi pengajaran Ruqayyah binti Sulung, Ghostwriter by Najmiyah. Second, Tasri Dato' Haji Hasan Azhari, sumbangan beliau dalam bidang Tarannum Al-Quran di Malaysia, Ghostwriter by Khalid. And third, pro dan kontra Tarannum di dalam tilawah Al-Quran. Satu, kajian perbandingan, Ghostwriter by Muhammad Luqman. Muhammad Yaakob, and Mustafa. And the fourth, contribution of Dato' Hajah Rogayah binti Sulong in teaching and learning of Tarannum Al-Quran was written by Najmiyah and Zulkifli. As for the second theme is methods in teaching and learning Tarannum, we have three literature. First, competence and method of teaching Tarannum Al-Quran among teachers of special class on reading and memorizing Al-Quran skill KKQ in Johor was written by Muhammad Khairul, Talha Jama'in, and Kamarul Azmi. And second, kajian pendekatan pengajaran Tarannum Al-Quran dalam kalangan guru, pelatih sarjana muda pendidikan Islam was written by Rabi'atul Adawiyah, Tengku Sarinah. And the third, faktor penguasaan pembelajaran Al-Quran, orang kelahiran upaya, masalah penglihatan, kajian di Sekolah Kebangsaan Pendidikan Khas, SKPK Alma Pulau Pinang was written by Nur Najian and Nur Atika. And for the third thing is challenge in teaching Quranic Tarannum. So we have three literature. First, challenge faced by teachers in teaching Quranic Tarannum. Second, issue dan cabaran guru dalam pendidikan Al-Quran, pelajar masalah penglihatan. And the third, cabaran dalam pengajaran dan pembelajaran Al-Quran Braille, the Complex Nation Association for the Blind, MNB. And the last theme is Tarannum learning through educational technology. And in this theme, we have 6 literature. First, pembangunan pengisian interaktif audiobuku, Pendidikan Islam Sekolah Menengah Kebangsaan, Aitak Husman, satu kajian keperluan bagi murid berkeperluan khas masalah penglihatan. Second, developing audio tactile for visually impaired students. Third, accessible audiobooks for blind and visually impaired. And fourth, buku digital interaktif kanak-kanak di Malaysia, terdapat untuk penerbit mengupayakan pembangunan kandungan kreatif negara. And fifth, teknologi Al-Quran bagi orang kurang upaya. And the last one is aplikasi NVDA Arabic dan kepentingannya kepada OKU cacat penglihatan dalam pembelajaran Al-Quran yang hadir. So these all are the list of our literature review, and through this literature review, we have found an appropriate literature discussing on the field of Tarannum and the development of technology in teaching and learning Tarannum.
Next, Chapter 3, Research Methodology. In research methodology, there is research design. So what is research design? Research design is a framework of research method and techniques that will indeed be used by researchers. This study used multiple approach study where it implemented the research design of design and development. This type of research design will be used since this study are going to develop an audiobook. The researchers started the research based on the RD model, where it applies the 5-step approach as a framework in designing and developing educational audiobook. RD model is stand for analysis, design, development, implementation, and also evaluation. Method of data collection. Document analysis. Document analysis in analysis phase. So the researcher analyzes based on the objective state, identify the needs of the audiobook, and also investigate existing audiobook by listing out the LR by past researcher. Design phase. The researcher will decide lesson planning for audiobook and specify the selection of the contents related to Tarannum. Testing audiobook. The researcher will test in the effectiveness of audiobook at implementation phase. Next, interview. The researcher will use a protocol interview at evaluation phase. Next, sample and respondent. A sample or participant or respondent is a group of people, goods, or objects taken from a larger population to make a measurement. The sample used is some part of the verses in the Quran based on basic 7 maqamat in Tarannum learning at design phase. And the participant or respondent involved in the implementation phase are 10 respondents or participants, which means they are going to testing the audiobook, and evaluation phase is done by an interview with that 10 respondents or participants. Next, instrument. For researcher, it was involved at 3 phases, which are analysis, design, and implementation phase. For the development phase, the instrument is audiobook development software, and the last one is protocol interview as instrument for the evaluation phase. For data analysis, on all design and development phase, their data need to analyze for the researcher to get best solution. Data analysis on analysis phase need assessment, while in design phase, the analysis is based on audiobook design. For development phase, analysis is based on audiobook development process. For implementation phase, audiobook is based on performance analysis, and the last one is analysis based on usability analysis and also learner analysis. Is tool of analysis. The researcher plays important role to analyze all data and met by manual analysis at all phases.
That's all from us. Thank you.